The tale of Japanese veteran Onada. In 1922, a soldier was born in Japan who would once again introduce the name of Japan to the world through his dedication and bravery. In 1944, during World War II, Hiro Onada was assigned by the Imperial Japanese Army's intelligence unit for a mission to spy on American forces on a remote island in Lubang, Philippines.
Well, Onada, the war is not going well. You must go to this island with your men and protect it. This area is of great importance to us and could lead us to our victory.
Yes, Commander. I will fight for Japan until my last breath and give my life for our nation.
No, Onada, you are not allowed to surrender or die. You must carry out your mission secretly, and no one should capture you.
I am ready to carry out your orders, and I swear never to surrender or let anyone capture me. Onada, along with 3 soldiers named Akatsu, Shimada, and Kazuka, set off for the island. Along with them, there were other small groups of 3 to 4 soldiers. They began their mission and fought against the Allied forces, killing many of them. While Onada and his comrades were preparing for their mission, a message arrived from the commander.
You are not allowed to end your life by your own hand. It may take 3 years, 5 years, or even longer, but we will come back for you. Until then, if even one soldier remains, you must command him. Survive by eating coconuts, and under no circumstances voluntarily risk your life.
Onada, who had sworn to fight for Japan, did not feel weak or discouraged by the letter and said, "No matter how long it takes, I will fight for Japan, even if I have to live here alone for many years." However, about a year after Onada and his soldiers arrived on the island, 2 atomic bombs destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Hey, Onada, look, they have destroyed Japan. We should surrender. The war is probably over.
How dare you suggest surrender? We must continue our mission and destroy the Allied forces on this island. The commander will come to rescue us. Despite the passing years, Onada continued his operations. He and his soldiers attacked the Allied forces on the island, capturing their ammunition. During the first few years, he maintained contact with other Japanese guerrillas, but one by one, his comrades either surrendered, died, or committed suicide. Onada tried to remain hidden with his 3 soldiers. The Japanese and Philippine governments even dropped leaflets by plane into the jungle telling the hidden soldiers that the war is over.
What? The war is over? Huh? They think they can fool us with this trick. This is an Allied ruse. Comrades, we must stand firm and wait for the commander.
For the next 5 years, they continued to defend their position, unaware that the war had ended during this time. Akatsu, one of the soldiers, decided to flee and left the camp.
I can't continue anymore. They are never coming to rescue us. I have to leave.
Lacking sufficient navigation skills, Akatsu wandered the jungles for 6 months before finally reaching the coast.
Akatsu has betrayed us. He might have been captured by the Allies and could reveal our location. We must go deeper into the jungle.
Onoda carefully conserved his dwindling ammunition, surviving on bananas and coconuts. Occasionally, he caught a bird, but hunger was a constant companion. 5 years later, Shimada, another soldier, died of illness, leaving only 2 of the original 4.
Ah, my old friend, you fought bravely. If I survive, I will ensure that your bravery is remembered by the great nation of Japan.
For 17 years after this event, Onoda and his last remaining soldier continued their guerrilla warfare. In 1972, Onoda and his last soldier encountered a group of people and engaged them in combat.
Look, see, I was right. The war isn't over. The Allied forces have come to kill us. We must attack them.
Onoda and his soldier fired upon them, but Onoda's last soldier was killed in the encounter, while Onoda managed to escape. After some of the Japanese soldiers returned to Japan, and due to this armed encounter, both the Philippine and Japanese governments realized that there might still be veterans unaware that the war had ended. They sent a group to find Onoda.
Hey, Onoda! Come out! The war has been over for years. We want to bring you back to Japan. Your family is waiting and worried about you. You don't need to fight anymore.
Onoda continued to hide, even finding a Japanese flag one day with a note from his father written at the age of 86.
My son, the war is over. I have grown old, and I hope you return home before I die. I can't believe they are using my father to trap me. But I won't be deceived. I am a Japanese samurai, and I will never fall for their tricks.
Finally, in 1974, a college student named Suzuki decided to volunteer to find and rescue Onoda and successfully located his whereabouts.
Ah, it's you, the Japanese intelligence officer. I am Japanese too, and I've come to take you home. Do you know that all of Japan has been searching for you?
If you come any closer, I will kill you. I won't fall for the enemy's plot, so don't try to deceive me. I only follow my commander's orders.
When the student realized there was no way to convince Onoda, he returned to Japan to find Onoda's former commander.
Commander, you must come to Philippines. Onoda, your old soldier, has been hiding there for 29 years, still thinking the war isn't over. He only listens to your orders. Even his family couldn't convince him that the war is over.
The commander, deeply moved and in tears, said,
Oh my God, Onoda, my brave and loyal soldier. I thought he was dead. I can't believe he has been fighting all these years with such courage and dedication.
Finally, in 1974, Onoda's former commander traveled to Lubang Island in the Philippines to bring Hiro Onoda back, hoping that he would listen to his commander's orders. After this meeting between the soldier and his commander, Onoda saluted the Japanese flag and, still wearing his tattered military uniform, handed over his samurai sword, his Arisaka rifle, 500 rounds of ammunition, several grenades, and the dagger his father had given him to commit suicide if captured. After returning to Japan, he founded several schools to teach survival skills in extreme conditions. He is remembered as the last soldier of World War II who never surrendered. This unyielding veteran finally passed away in January 2014 at the age of 91 in Tokyo. Onoda has a famous saying, "A man must always be open-minded. Every minute of every day for 30 years I served my country. I wasn't thinking about how much benefit this brought me. My only goal was to perform my duties to the best of my ability." Though Onoda's story is a tragic and though provoking one that reminds us of how war can separate people, his courage and dedication will be remembered for many years. Now imagine if everyone approached their duties and responsibilities in life and work with the same determination as Onoda. What kind of world would we live in?
And summer's heat, no surrender, no defeat. Whispers of peace were carried on breeze, but doubt gnawed him like forest disease. To leave his trees and to fill his disgrace, I'll guard this land, the sacred place. He dreamt of home, yet woke to find himself alone. The rifles wait, a bitter friend, till strangers came to mark the end. Soldiers, stand down, the war is done. They spoke of battles lost and won, but honor's chain around him tight. He could not yield, he would not fight. With one last glance, his soul did part, for duty was the soldier's heart. Though wrong or right, his vigil true, he served beneath the sky's deep blue.